presentation of my kit for Generations Whirl that turns them into Rotorstorm. So here are the two kits already assembled. Here's Rotorstorm in robot mode and here's one in chopper mode. So I will show you how to attach the kit and how to transform them and what are their articulation and such. But first let me move this one to the side and let's take a look at the helicopter mode. So most of the modification is just unscrewing a few screws and attaching new parts, but one thing that you have to remove is the original tail. So that tail is no longer there. I mean, you probably could leave it, but there will be three tails and it would make some problems with the transformation. So here's the chopper. I will show you Generation Springer for comparison. So they are similar size and they are meant to be together, I mean from the last stand of the wreckers. So this is how they look. And this thing unplugged. So it's not a I mean it will hold, right, but there are not, the attachment points are not securing it super secure. I mean you can move this leg to the side. It does have a peg that it attaches on and it grabs over here, but it can move to the side. So here's how it looks. I will transform him to the robot mode so you can see how he transforms, but this is the helicopter setup. So do I have enough room? Okay, let's see. So you move the legs to the front. This is quite obvious. He has a heel, so you have to move this part here past this. So he has a heel. I don't know how good you can see it. Now these arms detach from this peg here and also here, so they are gone. You can leave these two guns here, or you can remove them and put them in his hands. So I will remove one now, so you can see how that works. So now let's see. We can move this thing here. The head may be knocked off by the transformation because it's very little room in there, so I will try not to, but just know that it is possible. So just move this here, separate everything. No, okay, it stayed in its place, but it is holding, as you can see, but it can be removed. So because this place is very cramped, you may knock it off. So there are my special joints here that allow for turning. So I will show you them. I showed them to you when I will be attaching the kit. So you have to turn this to the side. This slides here. That makes the hands more visible. Same here. Okay. So now let's push this thing in. This thing in. It depends on you how far you want to push it in. I just pushed this half away. And now you have some options with those two, the back part. So you can leave it like this, like so it's moving. You can turn it slightly to the side if you wish. Lately I'm preferring this look. Those two things, if you don't want them parallel, they can clip here. So now the backpack is secure, but it's quite wide, so it all depends on your preference. And he can hold his gun in his hand. And here is Rotorstorm in robot mode. So I am still working on the face details, so it may change a little. This one is pure plastic, and this one here is painted with some silver. So I'll probably go with the silver one, just refine it a little more. So now that you've seen it in how it transforms, maybe let's see it with the base figure, that is Whirl. So here they are together. So as you can see, it changes quite a lot from the basic figure. I know that this Whirl is not properly posed, but you get the idea. The proportions are changed, and I think they could be on the shelf side by side. If you perhaps have the Takara version, they would differ a lot, so it's up to you. Here he is with G1 Rotorstorm, the inspiration to make this one. So here is how they look side by side. So as you can see, I tried to match the heads and take some of the detail to resemble this one, so more in chopper mode. So I will transform him back to the chopper mode and compare them again. So let's remove this gun. This gun is made to, it can be held by other figures like this Perceptor here, so it will fit in their hands, so I think it's a cool gun. This thing here is inspired by Rotorstorm barrel, but the rest of the project is new. So and of course Rotorstorm can also hold the Titan's Return and Combined Wars guns, so it's a similar bag. And he has a wrist swivel. I forgot about the articulation, but I will show you that when I assemble the kit. So let's transform him back. So you just move this. They have small grooves, so that when you turn them, they very slightly snap into position. So it's harder for them to move off center. So now let's extend those arms. The head here has to be to the side to fit on. This fell off because it's not attached by it doesn't have a metal pin or something like this yet. So it will have a pin that helps it stick more, but now it can be attached. So this is because this is a display piece, so I'm filming this now and I will be sending it to a convention to be displayed. So okay, this is here. You have to snap everything here. Okay, the gun can be stored again over here, and there's a part here that helps this stay in place, so it won't move past this point. And now you have to slide this all the way to the end to secure to hide the hand. And now you just have to align this thing here, and it should snap into place. It's hard for me to see at this angle. Okay, there it is. And I the same thing with the other part. Okay, they are snapped here. And to secure it even more, you can push these two parts here, and these two parts will lock in this place. So let's make sure it's all the way. Okay, and now you just have to move those two heels like this, and you can move the foot. Sorry, you can move the foot like this, but there are molded engines here to make it look like it has like some turbo mode or something like this. So this goes here, this goes here, and you just have to align everything, because it's okay. So it's basically done. Like I said, it will hold in place when you move it. It just doesn't have as many locking points as I would like it to, but I think it's okay because this is a garage kit, let's call it. So, and here's what I meant. There are two molded engines here, modeled, let's say, and they are here. So you can move this like this to hide it a bit, but I prefer this look, so it looks like it has a option for some kind of a boost. So here's him back to helicopter mode. let's move this guy back, and I will show you this one with some other Generations figures, and I will move to attaching the kit. So here's Rotorstorm with Springer and Titan's Return Perceptor. Perceptor has my printed modified highbrow guns. So here there are. I'm not sure if the lightning isn't too hard, so I will move it a bit, maybe like this. So he's quite reflective, so I hope that's not too bright. So this is how they are looking together. So next I will show you how to attach the kit, but I will do it on a version that's not colored, because I have to send this in a few minutes. I have to go to the post office, so if the lighting is a bit different when I attach the kit, so that is why. And one more thing that I forgot to do is show you how they look next to the original Rotorstorm, so you can see the details. That's new. I transform him quickly, and he has my printed restoration propeller, so I also make those. So let's move them to the side, and I will compare this one to the already transformed one. So I tried to match those details here, so as you can see there are some similarities, but so this is how they look together. So thank you for watching this part, and we'll move on to the assembly part. Okay, so let's start assembling this kit and converting Whirl to Rotorstorm. Just adjust the camera slightly. Okay, so this will already come assembled like this, but I will show you how the parts are made. And you will need a screwdriver, and this will help. So let's start assembling this. This is a foot and the heel spur, so this is a simple task of just sliding one to another. So I will move the feet to the side, and this thing here has removable joints. So as you can see here, it's black, so it shines through this bright material, but you get the idea. This is removable. Okay, and this is removable. So you can glue them together, but they hold quite well like this. This part here, it's a rotating joint that I made, and you will get the extra of those in case something goes wrong. So you just slide this, oh, it's the other way around. Slide this part in, like this. And this is the second part, and you just put them together. And now they can rotate like this. And if it shouldn't break because of the way it is made, but if it does, you will have a separate one to change. And this is a small wing that you can, it's similar to Legos, so they should click together and hold well. Now this is the forearm. It looks like this, and it's made of those two parts. So this thing here will slide over this part, and when sliding like this, it will secure everything. So now it's like this, it's working here, and it's secured. The fist goes here. It's quite stiff, but it like this. This armor guard will slide over like this. So in robot mode there is no locking point to where it stops, but in helicopter mode it cannot go any further because there are posts here that lock it. But in robot mode you just have to stop it any place you like. I like to stop it here, so the lines go like this, and this helps to secure the bar because it will not move to the sides right now. So this is the forearm. this is the part that you need to attach to the rest of the figure. So, but I will move to the side and focus on this guy. So let me pause for a second. Okay, so let's focus on his feet. In Rotorstorm mode, let's say, they are turned around, so they are facing the front like this. This has to be transformed, and it will be like this all the time, so it's quite stiff because I just took it out of the box recently. So to attach the feet, you have to unscrew this screw here. And I had the wrong screwdriver, and 1 second. So sorry, I had the wrong screwdriver. This one should work better. So let's, yeah. Okay, it's grabbing to the screw right now. So you have to unscrew this all the way. Make sure it goes all the way because the screw is quite long. Okay, let's put this to the side. Now you must move this slightly, and this will allow the feet to slide on. It's quite flexible, so there shouldn't be any risk of breaking. So it's right now it's on, and the final version is just a tiny bit wider to help secure those parts here, so they are not too thin, but it's just a few millimeters. So you saw on that the colored version it was already wider. So now you have to screw this screw in, but do not screw it all the way. See, it allows for slight movement, and this helps to move this heel to the back. If you screw it all the way, it will block this part here, but visually there is not a big difference, but it helps to lock this part. So I'll do the same thing with the second feet. And where is the second foot? Oh, here it is. So the same thing, you just have to move this like this, slide it on, make sure that those parts here are aligned. Oh, sorry. That they are aligned so that the post goes, the hole is straight through. Now, okay, now it goes in smoothly, and now let's screw this back. No, it's okay right now. So now the feet are Rotorstorm's feet. He can stand, he has his heel spur. You can move it like this if you want. So there are a lot of options. Now let's do the forearm. I will remove the head because it will help me to get to those screws better. So you just pull the old head off, and I'm sorry for this. Okay, so this position is the best to unscrew everything. So let's do it right now. So let's remove this part here. And remove this part here. Make sure it's not holding anything. Okay, so it's, I think, oh yeah, it's just stiff. So you remove this hand here, and let's see, this is the right hand, and you just slide this part on and secure it back with the screws. So this arm is secure. Now for that, the second one. Okay, heads have been attached. So here is how he looks right now. You can position those parts as you like. I prefer to just slide them in one click, but because this is a new figure, he is quite stiff. Okay, so up to this point there is no permanent, let's say, damage to the base figure. As you can see, the tail is still here, but to make everything let's say working correctly, you have to cut this out. So I will do this now to show you how it works. So you have to move this tail over here, and this is the post that you need to cut. It's quite easy actually. If you have something like this, you just grab this one and it comes right off. So this is now without the tail. Because he's headless, let's attach this head so he will look better. Okay, so he has a head now. There is some residue here, I think it's from the paint, but never mind right now. So he has a head, the arms and feet. So let's move on, and as again, those things look better when they are aligned. And let's, for the sake of this part, attach the handguns. Something went wrong. Okay, I by mistake I put the left hand into the right side and back, so I will switch them. So I apologize for this. Whoops. So this is the right hand, and this is the left hand. Right, yes. And okay. So it is assembled right now. And I will put the handguns in so you can see how he looks with them. Okay, and now for the back part. Let's position him like this. And this is the part that we made before. Let's move to the side. So to attach this here, you have this part like this, and it is meant to go in over here. And this part is meant to slide to the back and secure like this, and then you just have to slide this thing here. So I will be adding a small, it's basically a cut screw, so you can plug this hole so it will not slide out, but it should be stiff enough to hold on its own, so it will be your choice. So same with here, with the second part. Attach this here. Where is it? Attach this here like this, and slide this part here, and it should secure the whole section. And now you just need to rotate them like this for robot mode, and this helicopter blade should be like this, and you can secure them like in here, or you can just leave them hanging like this. So this is your choice. I will show you both ways. So let's try to pose him in some new pose. He can do a kneeling pose. I haven't practiced this in a long time, so it wasn't that bad. So here's a kneeling pose for him. Of course, the head is on the ball joint, so you can move it any way you like. Those things are now parallel. You can move them slightly to the side to give them this look, or you can attach them in this part here, so they will be locked and at an angle. And this is how he looks, like this. So there are a lot of poses that you can do with him, with the guns or without the guns. And this thing here, move to the front. So yeah, so here's what you can do with him. Of course, he can have a slightly more militaristic. Of course, he can have his less battle-ready look, so you can remove those parts, and using those two slots here, they can store over here. and in this version those posts are slightly longer than on the final version, so they stick out just a few millimeters to the top, but as you can see they are visible, the cannons are visible here. And this is again Rotorstorm in his robot mode. You can pose him any way you like. There is an added articulation here, so you can slightly move him like this, but this is the maximum bend. You can, he has a swivel, wrist swivel, but make sure to hold them by this part because this is printed plastic, so it's not as strong as molded one, injection molded one. So okay, so here is Rotorstorm assembled in his prototype color version, let's say. Here's him with Springer again. So I will transform him to a chopper mode again, and I will be finishing with this video. So just move the heel spurs here, rotate the head to the side, move the head, those parts away so you have more access, rotate this thing here, and now make sure that this is bent all the way before collapsing this. Okay, and now secure this part here. You can squeeze those two parts here and they will snap. So like this, maybe I wish. So they are fully snapped. Move those sections forward, but be careful because they can be quite sharp. And rotate like this, and this will plug in into this, but be careful because this is not painted and this is painted, so try not to rub it very much. And this will attach here. Sorry for the cat, it will be in the background making some strange noises. Okay, you can align this to go parallel to the rest of the body and just move those here. Make sure that they are positioned at the angle up, so it allows for the leg to slide into place. Once you put everything more or less into the proper place, it should snap together and hold. It takes a bit of practice, but I don't think it's anything that we are not used to with other figures. And please bear in mind that this is made by me at home, so I do not have access to all the technology. But I hope in time I will be making more advanced projects. So here is Rotorstorm in helicopter mode. The fin, it's not glued again, so you may have to push it back from time to time. So here is Rotorstorm in helicopter mode. So thank you for watching this project. I will be putting it on auction on eBay. You can of course get them at the better price directly from me. I know this will be expensive, but it really was an extremely big cost for me to develop this. So at least I will get some money from the materials back. So you can remove the guns, of course, and he can be unarmed like this. So once again, thank you. Please check out my other projects. Please tell me what you think about this, and see you out there.